I was more bothered when Beans chose to go with Jay. That one hurt.
All right, y'all. We back with it. You know what I mean? Hurt. First and foremost, welcome back. Hope your day going straight. Cause mine's is just getting started. But we about to talk about this Dame Dash interviews that he been doing, man. And it kind of had me thinking, and I've been thinking about the particular situation between Beanie Sigel and JAYZ. So we about to revisit that, you know what I mean? Her, and we about to get right with the get right.
My whole career with Rockefeller, I never had an accountant and I never had a real manager.
You know, he's complaining a lot these days.
You know, he has a lot to complain about.
Now, before it got so bitter, it was also sweet, you know what I mean? Rockefeller, they had the formula. They actually had that moniker of Rock La Familia. That's what they had the artists thinking it was. You know, a family. Until the artists start realizing, look, this is a business. You know what I'm saying? And when you're looking around for your so-called brothers to may throw you a bone and he like, nah, because this is a business, then you start to understand a lot more. And Beanie Sigel elaborate once he said this right here.
When you hear things like Beans, I ain't trying to change you, just give you some game to make that transition from the street to the fame. Where was the game at that you was trying to give me? I didn't receive it.
Now the game is Jay's the businessman. Now at the end of the day, Beanie Sigel also said something about taxes. Having his name tied to taxes that he didn't even have, that he didn't even belong to, that belonged to somebody else that he never even did business with.
I was charged for failure to file taxes, and it wasn't like all this money was in my accounts. It was just people was putting in W-9s in my name.
To go to jail for tax evasion and ain't even your taxes is crazy. You feel me? So with all this coming out with these Dame Dash interviews, it made me think on, you know, the Beanie Sigel interviews and this one in particular.
When I came in the building and people was going in the back and all that where the dressing rooms was at, we was standing in the back, me and my peoples or whatever. Bleak come out with 5 bodyguards. What's up, C? No, what's going on? Damn, what's up? What you doing? Who back there, Jay? Come on, let's go back there. And you keep on moving the conversation and you don't want to go back there. Your bodyguard's there and I don't got no, you know what I mean, to pass. He was like, man, you need to come holler at the big hunk. Man, dude, don't fuck with me. I ain't going back there. That's
Mind you, this the same dude who almost ran through a whole entire club for Jay-Z. And Jay-Z don't even want to see this man no more. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Big homie don't fuck with me. What I'm gonna go back there, what I'm gonna say to him? What I'm gonna say to him? So when you go back and let Jay know that I was in the building, how is it that Jay I was coming out with Jadakiss? He wanted me to come out with him. How is it that Jadakiss come on, and then after Jadakiss, Carrie Hilson. Jadakiss was supposed to close the joint out right before Jay-Z. So put Jadakiss right there and switch them. Let Carrie go on. This way, it'll give us enough time to make our sweeps. But after I got off the stage with Jadakiss, I went up in the stands in the crowd. And I watched the cops walk around the whole venue. And I watched them. So they must have got the green light here in their head. When Jay got on stage, I just wanted them to see me. I stood in front of the stage. Oh, let me stand right here, big man. And I had on the army joint. And when he seen me, it was like, how the fuck this nigga right here? Right. And he saluted me. And he walked to the side after he was doing his 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 shit, and walked over, told the chick Carlene, the same bitch that told Kanye he could buy 2 tickets at the joint. Right. You know what I mean? He whispered something to her. She comes down the stage, walk past me. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? Give me this little kiss like she, and keep it moving, taps the security boy, and walks in the back with him. 30 seconds later, 40 security niggas come up in yellow jackets and black shirts like, y'all gotta move from this area. So he stood to the side. Then boot cops and the police come in there. No, y'all got to move out of this area. Like, y'all got to go.
All right, now hearing that from your ex-label mate / person who signed you, got you here, you know what I'm saying, these little privy spots, and now you got to go. But before it got to that point, it was a bidding war between the artists, between Jay-Z and Dame Dash. And I honestly thought that Beanie Sigel went with Dame. But let Dame Dash tell it, he went with Jay-Z. And it threw me off because I remember the Becoming, it was under Dame Dash Music Group.
Because I done a lot. and prepared. I chose State Property over Rockwear, and I wanted to just roll out with State Property. But it almost like he tricked Beans to shelf him, and he fucked his life up to me for doing that. But I had him. You know what I mean? Like, that was my new Jay.
Now hearing all this, it made me think. Did Jay-Z purposely shelf Beanie Sigel? Was this done purposely? But it also made me think on Jay-Z and how Jay-Z moved, because at the end of the day, he told us from the jump he's not a businessman, he's a businessman. Now, mind you, he came out the streets with the Haven. He left the Haven there. He came in the game with Jazzo. He left Jazzo. He took over the game with Dame Dash. He ain't even rock with Dame. You know what I'm saying? He was running around with Diddy. Now that Diddy out here in that hot water, you know what I'm saying? He don't even know him. Let his lawyer speak. You know what I'm saying? He don't know Diddy. But we can't blame Jay-Z for being Jay-Z, because like he said, man, he's not a businessman. He's a businessman. And, you know, I can't lead this one-sided, so we're going to lead us off with the words of Jay-Z and actually what happened between him and Beanie Sigel.
He's complaining a lot these days.
Well, he has a lot to complain about.
I know.
Not me.
Well, actually, this morning I just got a brand new interview. It's half an hour long, and he's talking basically about you, about the company, about basically how you didn't push him as much as, let's say, 50 Cent pushed some of his boys. How do you feel about that?
Well, Beanie Sigel at the time, and you can look it up if you like, just to be honest, was driving 2 Bentleys. I don't know how. It's impossible to drive 2 cars at one time. With his mama in the sticks and selling 800,000 records, I don't know what more can you do for somebody, you know, at that point. What people choose to do when they attain that type of success, you know, at some point you have to look in the mirror and look at yourself. You know, Beanie Sigel had a record deal, a record label, and a clothing line. I mean, it never went platinum, ever. I don't know, in the history of rap, has anyone done so much with so little? So I don't even know what more can you do for a person at that point. A record label, a record deal, that's normal. A record label and a clothing line. So if that's not pushing the person, I mean, oh shit.
Yo, I do it,